All right, we're going to work on solving inequalities, graphing them, and then putting our answers into set builder notation. So the first thing that we're going to do, as always, is ask if our variable is on the left. It is. And then when do we subtract? Never. What do we do? Add a line, change the sign. So we're going to go ahead and zero pair out the 5. So we're going to have D is less than or equal to 6. For our answer, we have to put it into set builder notation. So we're going to write D, and that is all the values of D such that D is less than or equal to 6. And now we're going to go ahead and graph. So on our graph we have a 0 because we're going to be graphing a positive 6. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to look at that 6, and because this is D is less than or equal to 6, it's going to be a solid circle, and the arrow is going to be pointing towards the numbers that are less than or equal to 6. Remember that if you have solved for the variable on the left, that you can imagine that arrow in the inequality sign, and it's going to point the direction that your graph should be going. Let's do the next one. First question is the variable on the left? It's not, so we need to make sure we understand where the inequality should be facing. So right now the alligator is eating the 4, so when we put the variable on the left, the alligator should continue to eat the 4. Now we're going to go ahead and solve for x. We're going to zero pair out the 3, so this is going to be x is less than 1. For set builder notation, we're going to draw the brackets and we're going to put all the values of x such that x is less than or equal to 1. Now we're going to go and graph. We're going to put our 1, because it's less than or equal to, it's going to be a solid circle. And again, we're going to use our hint showing us which direction that the arrow is going to go, and that is going to be all the numbers that are less than 1. Is the variable on the left? The G is on the left, so now we're going to solve for G. We're going to divide by 7, and G is greater than 8. So for our set builder notation, we're going to put all the values of G such that G is greater than 8. So we're going to go down and take a look at our 8 and put it on our graph. Now, this is greater than, but it is not equal to. So we're going to make sure that our circle is open, and this is all the values that are greater than 8, and we're going to go ahead and graph that. Remember our little hint and shortcut. All right, is the variable on the left? It is, so we're going to go ahead and divide by negative 8, and we're going to divide by negative 8. Now many of you remember the minus men. You'll notice we have 1 minus man, 2, and 3. And when we have 3 minus men, then our inequality flips over. So this is going to be r is greater than negative 2. So this is going to be all the values of r such that r is greater than negative 2. So we're going to go ahead and find our negative 2. It's greater than but not equal to, so it's going to be an open circle, and it's going to have all of the numbers that are greater than negative 2. Remembering your shortcut. All right. The variable is on the left. What math operation is this? It is division. The opposite of division is multiplication. So we're going to multiply both sides by 4. This is going to cancel out. This is going to be x is less than 36. Set builder notation, all the values of x such that x is less than 36. We're going to go to our graph. We're going to put on our 36. And actually that should be probably a little further away from the 0, so let's go ahead and adjust that. We'll put it down here for 36. It's not equal to, so it's going to be an open circle, and then you're going to draw your line over all of the numbers that are less than 36. Again, remembering that if you have solved for the x on the left, that your inequality arrow there up there will remind you which direction your arrow is going. Final one. Okay, is the variable on the left? Yes, it is. So now we're going to do opposite operation. This is division. So we're going to multiply by 7, multiply by 7. This is going to be negative x is greater than negative 63. Now, we need to divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1. Again, we see our minus men appear, which tells us that we are going to be flipping the inequality sign to the other direction. So this is going to be x is less than, And negative 63 divided by negative 1 is going to give us a positive 63. So set builder notation is going to be brackets, all the values of x such that x is less than 63. We're going to go ahead and go to our graph, put our 63 on there. This should be an open circle, and we're going to draw the arrow over all the values that are less than 63.